Here are 5 awesome farming games currently on PC, 2 of which have just been released on Nintendo Switch and 3 more that are coming very soon. No Place Like Home is a game where farming meets cleaning, which mash up to make an incredibly addicting and satisfying gameplay experience. This game was just recently released on Nintendo Switch last month. In this game, you'll have a massive world to explore made up of several different areas with deserts, forests, and snowy mountains, where you'll essentially clean and transform these areas as you travel through them. The cleaning aspect, while it can get a little bit repetitive, is so utterly satisfying as you use your tool to break down the trash, suck it up, and fight off a few robots at the same time. As you progress, you can upgrade your tool to increase your vacuum and drilling power, among other things, that will end up giving you this incredibly powerful tool that can just mow down and clean up trash in a matter of seconds. At the end of the day, you'll be able to return to your home where you can plant crops, care for animals, and decorate your yard and house. As this game is in a post-apocalyptic setting, rather than using money as a currency, you'll need to make preserve jars from the crops and the food that you have, as well as using recycled material to buy crafting recipes such as barns and crafting stations. The aim of the game is to find your missing grandfather, so you'll need to do people favors and chase some leads in order to figure out where he's gone. This is a perfect game for fans of the farming and cleaning simulator genres. I will be posting a full review for this in the coming weeks, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Next, we have Everdream Valley, which is an exciting new cozy farming game developed by Moon Eaters that has also just recently been released on Nintendo Switch last month. Everdream Valley has more of a classic farming game vibe to it as you play as a kid who is spending the holidays at their grandparents' house. In their old age, they've not been taking as good a care of the farm as they used to, and as a result, you'll arrive to find trash, broken fences, limited crops, and no animals. Your grandparents' farm is now basically yours, at least for the holidays. And being a kid, you think you might be limited in what you can do, but that is certainly not the case here. In a sandbox style, you'll be able to remove, build, and swap items such as fences, furniture, crops, and trees, decorating the farm as you see fit. In the beginning, the farm has just a few crops and not really much else. But as you explore and progress through the main story, you're going to find a massive variety of animals that you can keep in your farm, with llamas, sheep, pigs, goats, and more. On top of this, you'll have a massive open world to explore where you'll need to repair bridges and complete quests to gain access to new areas. Everdream Valley is such a cozy and relaxing farming game and is just such a great addition to the Nintendo Switch. Moving on to My Time at Sandrock, which is the highly anticipated sequel to My Time at Portia, and is releasing on Nintendo Switch on the 26th of September 2023. This game has all the great elements from Portia, but with a change of story and location to keep things new and fresh. So if you are a fan of My Time at Portia, I think it's safe to say you'll be a fan of this one. You start the game just having moved to Sandrock looking for a fresh start. You'll take up the role of a builder, and as another builder in town is retiring, you'll get his workshop where you can build, craft, farm, and care for animals. Starting off, you'll do some general commissions where you'll build and fix some items as requested by the various NPCs around town, and sooner or later the town will experience some kind of drama that will require your building expertise to solve. So very similar to My Time at Portia. The town you'll find yourself in, however, is very different. Instead of a town surrounded by grassy meadows, you'll now be smack bang in the middle of the desert. Because of this, you'll experience some pretty fierce sandstorms, find different plants and animals, and you won't have an access to an abundance of wood anymore, and you'll also need to deal with water shortages. As there is this change in resource availability in Sandrock, there is an impact on what machines you'll be able to use, resulting in a different variety of machines than you would find in My Time at Portia. There's also a whole new cast of interesting characters that you can get to know, each with their own personalities and stories, and some pretty amazing voice acting. Be prepared for another incredibly grindy game, as you need to constantly go hunting for resources to use to craft items for your commissions. As a big fan of My Time at Portia, I find it hard to fault this game. However, I will note it is pretty much a copy and paste with many great improvements, but again, I still love it and I'm very excited for this one to come to console. Sunhaven is yet another great game that I've been playing recently, and it's safe to say I am freaking obsessed. This game is fully released on PC right now and is currently being ported to Switch. So there's no solid release date, but I'm thinking it will definitely be this year, if not maybe just in a couple of months. If I could describe this game in just a few words, I'd probably say it's a fantasy-themed Stardew Valley. The story is that you've moved to a new town called Sunhaven, and as you arrive, this mysterious dark fog has appeared just outside of town. Ignoring that for the time being, you'll essentially work to get your farm going while helping out the various NPCs around town. With a bit of a slow start, you'll eventually be able to leave town and explore, even finding a new town 20 or so hours into the game, which I found very impressive. The town of Sunhaven itself is massive, with various shops, stalls, a town hall, homes, and more. Here the NPCs will go about their day with their own schedules, and they all have their own unique, quirky personalities. I did find it very similar to Stardew Valley in a way that it's a very detailed and passion-driven game with a lot of customization and freedom. This will be a great game to have on Nintendo Switch, being one that will provide countless hours of gameplay. Lastly, we have Dinkum, which is essentially an Australian version of Animal Crossing. This game is still in early access on PC, but it has been confirmed that this one will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Unfortunately, there's no time frame at the moment, but it has been out on PC in early access since July 2022, so I'm hoping it's not too far away. In this game, you've moved to a new uninhabited island to get away from the doom and gloom of your homeland. This new island happens to be Australia, and starting off with a completely blank slate, you'll work to build your very own settlement. You'll need to convince visitors to move in and open up shops to expand your town and provide access to new resources. You'll be able to place buildings, terraform the land, decorate with fences, paths, plants, and other structures, grow crops, and take care of animals. Each playthrough has its own randomly generated map for you to explore, filled with native Australian wildlife like crocodiles, dingoes, emus, and kangaroos, and you'll be able to collect a wide range of resources like ore and native Australian plants. To add to this, there's a bunch of other things to do like exploring the mines, fishing, bug catching, completing the museum collection, cooking, hunting, and exploring the land in a wide variety of vehicles. I absolutely adored this one, and yeah, I might be a little bit biased as an Australian, but this game does such a fantastic job of showing what a beautiful country Australia is and the unique flora and fauna that you might find here. So there you have it. Quite an exciting lineup, which I think every fan of the farming genre will be very excited for. Let me know if there's any others out there that I may have missed, and I'll make sure to do a new video in the future when some more games get announced for Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!